Hey Janelle, it looks like you've done some work. I'm not sure where you've done this work at, so I'm going to throw you in a big basket of a search. Let's see if this works. And I'm somebody to kind of give me some feedback on to let me know whether or not it helped. I want to make sure that you set up your computer to search Google Scholar. So just go to scholar.google.com. This is a search thing, ignore that, to scholar.google.com. You're going to come to this page. It's going to have settings. It's going to be a gear. It's going to be here or up there, but it's going to be settings. You're going to go to library links. You're going to type in Argosy, and it's going to give you these three. You're going to click, click, click all three and save. Now, I use some of your terms here to start looking for some things. The reason I might pick this is because it is such a huge monster thing, and it can serve as an overlay to our databases. ProQuest is one of our databases that's well guarded, but it's really quite hard to search. EBSCO is really good, but if I'm getting what I'm reading here, it may be that you've already gone to Education Source. So I'm going to take you outside of our database list, and I'm going to take you back in to make sure that that's where you were at. But right now, I'm showing you Google Scholar. You've set it to search. I've picked since 2017, and over here is what you're looking for. When you see things here on the right, it says Find at Argosy. If you click on this, it's going to take you to paywalls. If you click on this, it takes you into our databases. Sometimes what this does is, first of all, I have some biases towards the database. I would never willingly search, say, this ProQuest database, but it's really a nice one. This talks about some sort of reader's intervention, and it doesn't tell me where it's from, but I'm feeling like it may be America, Baltimore. And I'm looking at this, so I'm just going to go back. I think the only thing about this is it may not be an article. No, it looks like it is an article. And it's in Baltimore, so that's the U.S. And ProQuest gives us these other nice things called related items. Some of these may be American as well. So just using Google Scholar on this one search, I'm going to have to go back, took us into ProQuest, and didn't do bad. I'm going to make copies of this for you as I go along, saying, what are these? So this is one of the things I tried. I used quotes around foundational skills, so it searches it at a term. Alright, understanding the differences to create instructional opportunities. This is going to be your subject area, so not all these are going to be awesome, but I'm hoping the search will enable you to do awesome. So this is Find it at Argosy. I know we can get it for free. It's going to go to EBSCO. It's not going to resolve in a clean way. Sometimes that will happen. I can go back and search this publication. I could go through the issues. But what this did was take me into teaching exceptional children, and so I might just come in here while I'm here, but dyslexia, I don't know if foundational skills will come up. I'm going to put them in. I could have also do them, you clearly outlined, it seems like your search question is really well organized. You could also put in the different things that are the foundation skills, decoding, word recognition, phonics, instead of this large term. And this search didn't work for me. And I also like you to see them that fail. Fictional characters with phonological, you can laugh, phonological core deficits may or may not. What this usually signals is we don't have that particular one, but you can find it. This lets you know that we do have this one available, and we have cited references of 48. This may not be appropriate or not, but sometimes what I do as well is take the words. So dyslexic and dyslexia may both be used. So when I'm doing a search, I might actually come up and do the following. Dyslex, and I'll do this. and it's going to get me just a little bit more, and it's going to pick up dyslexic children. I might determine this is not quite the journal for me, but enjoy the experience. On the most part, I'm going to leave these set to the field because as a magic sauce where it makes things worse. But if you're having a difficult go, you can click to search in all the text, and oftentimes that will pick you up some more things. Whether or not that's good or bad will be up to you. So that is just one of the little things we found in Google Scholar. Now I'm going to go back. So that was an academic search complete. Interesting, that is a good database for you pretty much. I'm going to kind of go down the list a little bit further. That PDF is available, the ed.gov is available. It's talking about a something, read math, finished, not for you. Knowing, applying, and reasoning. I'm not sure where this came in. It does refer to this longitudinal study and building financial science and something like that. So we have actually more to go through, but I was just going to go through this one page. What I might want to do is come up here, because you can also, if you find a really good article that worked for you, it's too old, or you want to find the other things that cited them, put that title in here. Maybe you found one good article. Let's turn that one good article into other articles. I'm going to click the search. That was kind of vague. This talks about some tracking of reading and development. This you can get to for free in full text. This one and this one. And then we'll see that this has been cited twice. This has been cited 15 times. So suppose this was effective, you can find the other articles that cited it. So you can take one good article and maybe turn it into 2 or 3 that are useful. Again, you can select the time ranges. You can also, if you have a specific thing, create an alert and it mails things to you as they're published or something is cited against it. So I'm thinking if you go to Google Scholar, and make sure, of course, you're signing the Campus Commons. Go to Google Scholar, put in your search terms like I put in, and switch them around, and use this right-hand column. It's going to help illuminate your search. I'm going to go now into the library itself because it occurred to me as we're working that you might have made an error that's just making this much harder than it has to be. I don't know. Do not use this. Ignore it. You might want to use these, but nah. Go here to database list. There is a specific education database called Education Source. It's right here. You can use that. I sometimes like to add something in. Education Source with EBSCO, you can add in another database. I'm going to pick American Search Complete. I'm going to put something in here. I'll just throw that in there. We'll see what happens. And we're going to take it back because it's not useful. I'm going to take this in, and I hope you don't mind. And we're working with children, working with primary education. And that should kind of more or less state children, if you know what I mean, so I don't have to put it in twice. And there are foundational skills. I don't know how this is going to turn out. I'm going to go over here and turn this to search full text because I know this may be problematic. I can also switch this out with your other concepts of phonics, etc., decoding, word recognition. And I'm going to put this here and search. And I can have one thing that came up, but that may be better than anything else. So this is a journal called Journal Research and Reading. It's 2011. It talks about all this. I think the foundational skills is messing me up. So here I might go to things like reading, phonics, and put those up in my search as well. This at least appears to be something American. Dyslexia, semi-cultural experience difficulties. Okay, that might be interesting. And then this is what I would do. I would take this article, if it's one that's close or one that I like, I would go up here to Google Scholar and I'll put in this title. I'll switch this. It does, of course, it's available, but I'm going to hear it cited by 50 and find the other things that are connected to that article and go into there. So I don't know that I stayed with your title. I think I was accidentally able to stay at least in America. And I did find, I think, at least one article that might have been useful. But if you find one article, if you use this method, you can turn it into 10 articles and you can keep working on it. Let me know how that worked out. Other than that, I don't know if I completed my thought. I just did a presentation on sociology, so forgive me. On this database list, I popped in and gave you some other things, but essentially when you see all subjects, go to education. Now, not all of these are scholarly articles, but this one will be, education database will be, education source will have some, and EBSCO, Eric has some that are not. Sometimes it's white papers. This is a little bit over. Just make sure it has the structure of an article. This is not higher education. No, it wouldn't fit yours anyway. These are books. So pretty much if you go to these at the top, you'll be fine. You try Google Scholar, I think you'll find those to be a winner. And I hope I have helped you overcome this problem. If not, write me and tell me what didn't work, what it should focus on, and how many articles you're missing, and any other thing. Actually, what you've given me is quite good, and if I looked at it again, I would probably focus on some of your details. But anyway, let me know if that gets you started. And do have a good night, and come back anytime that you need me. So have a good night, Janelle.